Hi, welcome back to Cloud Security. We're going to be doing 3 things today with our new machine that we create on Amazon in the cloud. If you remember last week, we created that machine, and now let's go ahead and log into it and make some changes. First thing we're going to do is we're going to customize our machine with a cool text ASCII art image. So every time we log into it, it will give us an ASCII art image. And next, we're going to actually register a domain name for our cloud machine for free. So yeah, this is going to be a free domain name for our cloud machine that we can get to from anywhere. So let's go ahead and get started. Over here in machine, we're going to log in. If you remember, I named my key classroom-demo.pem, and we log in as Ubuntu at our IP address. If you forgot your IP address, you can log into your Amazon console, AWS console, and you can look for it there. Okay. So now that we're in here, let's go ahead and make a message of the day. And everything we're going to do is we're going to be doing this as root. So let's go ahead and do a sudo-s and become a root object here. We're going to make some ASCII art. Now, I went ahead and created a Geneva Cloud, and I choose right up here where you whatever you want to type. You can type Geneva Cloud. You can type, funny whatever. Then I chose test all here. Now, when you choose test all, it shows everything down the list. Well, I'm going to select and copy this one right here, bulb head, and we'll grab that and see how that works. Now over here, how do we do that? It's really easy. Do a vi etc motd. So vi etc motd, enter. Press I for insert when you're in vi, then Control-Shift-V for paste. Once you've done that, press escape, then type :WQ down here. You can see that WQ right there. Press enter. Now once you've done that, let's go ahead and log out of our machine. So we're going to type exit and exit again. So we exited from root. Now we're exiting from a user account. We're out. And let's log back in. When we log back in, now our machine is customized, and it does say this every time we log in. So that's just pretty cool right there. So if you want to go ahead and take a screenshot of that or whatever, go for it and take a second to walk through that step. Now the next step is we are going to register a domain name. So I'm going to go ahead and choose to sign in here. This is a FREENOM, my.freenom.com client area. So if you go to my.freenom.com, which is in the description, then it will come up and you'll want to log in. And when you log in, you'll create a domain name. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here. Okay, I went ahead and used my Gmail account to log in. I did the connectivity through Google, so it's pulled me into the system there, and it lets us know that you need to change your DNS to 808080 and 80808181. You really don't have to do that, but there you go. You've got an option. We want to go through and register a name. So we're going to go through and pick out a name and have it registered. So easy to do. Register a new domain here. It may be a little limited, so what I'm going to do is just type cloud class, right this. Choose check availability. Now, as we look at this down here, they're free. We can look at those. I wonder if that's available. It's like nothing on there. Strange. I guess cloudclass.tk is already taken. So we can look at a couple of these, CF, GA, whatever it might be. So cloudclass.ga, I'm just going to say, yeah, sure, get it now. So now that I did that, go to checkout. Notice it's $0. And I'm going to go ahead and we got the 3 months for free, all the way up to 12 months for free, or you can select 1 year for $10. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to say 3 months for free. I won't need the name for more than 3 months. So I'm going to go ahead and say 3 months for free and choose continue. Okay. I've read and agreed to the terms and conditions. Something like, it'll constantly monitor you or something of that sort. I don't know. Complete order. All right, it gave me my order ID, and now I'm over here. I've got my domain registered, and I can choose to manage the domain. And I can do a number of different things. You can set up name servers in there, URL forwarding, etc. So here I'm going to choose a couple of the options, and we'll click through this and kind of look at what options we have inside their system. So we can click through those and go through those however you wish. You can look at that, whatever you want to do. I'm going to go over to Manage FREENOM DNS here. So click on that. And when I choose the Manage FREENOM DNS, I've got this cloud.class.ga. I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to add a record. I wonder if that www will work right there. And then the target will be my IP address for my machine. Now my IP address is, let's see, that 54.225.25.130 for my particular machine. Now that time to live right there, it says that it should check the DNS server every hour to see if it's there. That's fine. The type of record there is an A record. So that's an address record. It's not an IPv6. It's an IPv4 address record. A quad A record is an IPv6, and that's all covered when we do DNS and things of that sort. So we're just setting up an A record here with www, going over there, and we're going to choose Save Changes. Now, I didn't type the entire name out. Now, normally you won't need to. We're going to find out if this now resolves to the right place. So over in our system, we see that cloudclass.ga, and I'm going to go over and look at www.cloudclass.ga. So here, I'll go ahead and dig, which may or may not be installed, www.cloudclass.ga. And it comes up with no hits. So I'm going to go ahead and look at their DNS servers and see if those DNS servers recognize it. And their servers don't even come up. So let's go through and I'll just try this. Okay, so we gave it about 5 minutes here to see if it's up and available yet. So let's check it again. And yes, it is. Oh, good. So we do have something up and running. So we got cloudclass.ga there. If I dig www.cloudclass.ga, it does come up with my IP address. Now, it is a good idea to put that www instead of just leaving your name www.cloudclass.ga. You should probably have it where if someone just types in cloudclass.ga, it still goes to your website. So the way you'll do that is, well, it's actually different on a couple of systems. But the way you do that is you'll go over and you're going to create a new record. And we should create an @ symbol. So we'll do an @ which is the current domain, and then we'll just pop our IP address in there and we'll choose Save Changes. Now, I've seen some of the systems, some of the systems don't like that, and so we'll have to see what kind of option they offer right there. So I'll just try this, and I'll see if this blank one works. We'll see if that works. And there we go. So we do have a blank there now. It's going through. And oh, by the way, I should tell you, the @ symbol is traditional. That's what you should use. The asterisk is now often used. So you'll see an asterisk used. And there may even be some people who are putting % symbols in there, which I've not used that. But an asterisk I've used. An @ symbol, of course, I've used. And then this right here, just leaving it blank, we were able to do that. I'll choose Save Changes. So now if we go back and we do a whois here, so we're going to dig this, and we're going to try that, and we're going to see if it comes back with our name. Well, it doesn't, but that's not a big deal yet because I had to give it about 5 to 10 minutes last time before it actually started recognizing my name. So we're making progress. So now what we can do is we can choose Exit, and this is going to be really cool. So we choose Exit. Now remember that SSH-I? We're going to type www.cloudclass or whatever your name is .ga and press enter. Yes, I'm sure. Look at that. We are able to log into our machine now via a name. So we actually have a public DNS name and we can log into our machine using that name. Fantastic. So now instead of remembering your IP address everywhere you go, you can just remember that you got your domain name, whatever it is, and log into that domain name. And there you go. You're there. There are also some tricks with doing the PEM right over there. So we can move this PEM file. We can make a configuration for this domain so it automatically uses that. But not a big deal. We're just going to leave it like it is. If you do want to do that, look into SSH Config, and you can look at, well, let me log out of the system here. If you're doing this from a Linux box and you do want to do this, we'll just go ahead and what you'll do is add some data to an SSH config config file, and that is vi.ssh/config. And inside the config file, you'll actually put in your host, which, let me go over here, host, which is going to be star, in my case, cloudclass.ga, the user that you want it to always use. In our case, for all of us, it'll be Ubuntu. And then IdentityFile, and this is IdentityFile. And that's going to be your identity file, which you can move to your .ssh directory. And that would be /.ssh/ and whatever you called your .pem file. Save that. Be sure that, well, let's just go ahead and save it right here. So be sure that the permissions on it, let me do a config, oops, ll.ssh/config. And we look at it, be sure your permissions are not read for everybody. Those permissions will not work. So you'll have to go through and chmod that to make it 600.ssh config. Enter. Now we look at it again, and you see that now I only have read-write access to it. The user, others, and the group do not. So now that file would work. Of course, you have to put in your PEM file. So if you put just *PEM, then that won't work. But you'll need to put in your PEM file. You need to put it in .ssh for it to work. And then, ta-da, there you go. If you did choose that and you went through and you made all those changes, which not required, then all you need to do is type your domain name like that, and it'll be able to go through. Oops. And it'll be able to go through and log you in. Of course, if you get the key wrong or the name or anything else, then it will not work. In this case, I've got this. I just left the .pem, so that of course is not working there. So log into your system however you want to. If you did that SSH change, I'll put the instructions and the details, the description of this video so that you can see how that works, but not required. You can always just type your PEM the normal way. Now, here we are. We're inside of our system. We've got this going. And for the bonus today, we're going to look at who is trying to log into our box. So that is located over in your var log directory. So we're going to do a sudo -s and go to cd var log. Inside of var log, it's good to see what kind of logs you have going on. Now, the one we're going to be concerned with is auth.log, and we're going to go ahead and cat auth.log. So as you look at that, we'll see Ubuntu and some other things like that. I'm going to try to find somebody else, but we'll look through and see any kind of login or public key or failed. So let's go ahead and grep-e for fail, nothing. Look for a login, and we've got the login D services running. We'll look for key, see if we got any of that. We've got a bunch of accepted. Look for things like denied, identification strings. So we've got somebody who tried to log in here, so let's go ahead and let's grep that out of auth.log, and I'll look at that and see what we have. So over here we have somebody who tried to log in from that IP address, and this is just letting us know that they tried to get in. All right, so the couple commands that I ran right there, if you want to see those, we've got that where we go through and look at the auth log. So cat the auth.log, and then grep for key, and just look at the people who have tried to come in. Or if you want to look at SSH2, you can look at that too. Kind of people who are trying to get into your box there. Of course, there are a bunch of other options there. We're not going to go into a full security. That was just a little bonus. If you want to check that out, you can. Hope that you're enjoying the class, and I hope everything's going real well for you.